Previously on Revenge.
When I was a child, my father was framed for a crime he didn't commit. Amanda Clark no longer exists. Before he died, he left a roadmap for revenge that led me to the people who destroyed our lives.
Gracie family is decimated.
Starting to see the light.
Jack came by here yesterday, didn't he? Did you kiss him?
Yes.
Bye, Emily.
Jack and I are gonna have a baby.
But who are you?
You murdered my father.
If you board that plane, it's gonna be the last thing that you do.
The government charter jet exploded shortly after takeoff.
Everything that could have exonerated my father was on that plane.
Not exactly.
There's much more to the story.
What does she say?
Your mother's alive.
Sonars picked up wreckage at 46 meters. Roger that. Continue surface sweep for survivors.
Destiny. To believe that a life is meant for a single purpose, one must also believe in a common fate.
We have a visual on the vessel. Roger that.
Father to daughter, brother to sister, mother to child. Blood ties can be as unyielding as they are eternal.
Looks like some kind of fire or explosion brought her down. This wasn't an accident.
But it is our bonds of choice that truly light the road we travel. Love versus hatred. Loyalty against betrayal.
We've got a body. Have the captain radio the coroner.
A person's true destiny can only be revealed at the end of his journey. And the story I have to tell is far from over.
It is not the ropes that bind her. It is her fear.
She's not afraid to die.
死の恐怖だけが恐怖ではない。
Thought I might find you in here. Sorry, I should have knocked.
It's okay. Gonna take some getting used to her not being here.
And yet everywhere, all at the same time.
This room was her sanctuary.
I'll tell the staff that it's off limits and to leave everything as is.
No, nothing good comes from dwelling in the past. Let's just move forward this summer like we promised.
Okay. I'll give you some space.
Jack, you down here?
Yeah.
Well, the health inspector's coming in a half an hour.
Okay. I'll be there.
Looks like you threw yourself one hell of a pity party last night.
Watch it.
I am watching it. I don't like what I see. You know, ever since Amanda came back, you have been pushing further and further away.
Ready, Jack? Our 10 o'clock prenatal?
Hold on, Amanda. Give me your hands.
Right. Deck?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll go see if I can push the health inspector to later. Excuse me.
Fourth night in a row you spent out here. Want to tell me what's going on?
Nothing, I just haven't been sleeping well. Didn't want to drag you into my insomnia. You need your rest.
What I need is you, Jack.
Don't worry. Once the baby comes, things will be different. Hey. In all the time you've known me, have I ever broken a promise to you?
Today marks Charlotte's 60th day of sober living. Congratulations, it's quite an accomplishment.
Well, Charlotte always was an overachiever.
Just like my mother.
May she rest in peace.
Well, in light of your daughter's clear commitment to her recovery, I'm recommending we move ahead with her transition to outpatient care next week.
I was hoping to be out in time for Memorial Day. There's an art auction my mother used to sponsor at the start of every season. I'd like to be there.
I don't know, sweetheart. That might be too much too soon, don't you think, Doctor?
What would be too much is losing a second chance to honor her. I already missed Mom's funeral. Don't take this away from me, too.
I have never taken a single thing away from you. You know that.
I'll tell you what, why don't we stick with the timetable and I'll escort you to the party.
Thanks, Dr. Thomas.
Yes, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Get off me! What the hell are you doing?
I'm saving your life.
Nobody asked you to do that. I was this close to unlocking a memory about my mother.
Had I known that was your intention, I wouldn't have welcomed your return to training. Amanda.
Don't call me that.
I'm not the enemy. Please! Trust me!
I already made that mistake once.
You've already failed to kill the murderer of your father. Who's to say he won't come for you again?
I'm counting on it, Takeda. He might be the only person left who knows what happened to her.
You would throw away your training on the unsupported assumption that your mother remains alive.
Dead or alive, I'm gonna find out what happened to her, and when I do, God help the people who kept me from her. And that includes you.
Go around Southpaw. All right. Tomorrow?
Yeah, Coach.
Southpaw, is it?
Prisoner's already taken, so... As you know, I bruise easily.
Always thinking.
Hello, Nolan.
Ams, where the hell you been?
Regrouping.
Really? 8 weeks? No word? I was beginning to think I'd never see you again.
So, boxing. I'm impressed.
And weight training and karate. Never know when a white-haired maniac's gonna pop out of the shadows with a knife or gun or shoe bomb. Unless you didn't go finish the job, did you?
My priorities have shifted. Want to go for a drive?
Sounds vaguely revengey. Where to?
Back to the Hamptons.
So, Takeda was Amanda's return? Baby bump included? Kidding.
He claims he was training her to be my ally.
What do you mean, claims? You still trust him, don't you?
Until I find out what happened to my mother, I don't trust anybody.
Well, at least you can cross the Graysons off your two-screw list. Conrad's been buried under a cloud of suspicion ever since Victoria's plane crash destroyed all the SEC evidence against him.
Not quite.
How many guest rooms do you have?
Why?
Well, Casa Nolan's in escrow.
Wait, you sold your house?
Bad mojo. If I'm gonna be your wingman this summer...
No.
Gee, thanks for mulling that over. What's this?
I remembered something, Nolan.
Angel of Mercy Hospital.
It's 25 miles north of where my parents grew up.
The employees showed up to find the doors bolted and all the patients had been reassigned.
A dummy investment group bought it and shut it down in August of '93, only 2 days after my father was arrested.
And the plot curdles.
Hey, Jack, check out the new signage.
This is by order of the Commission of
We
Environmental
failed the
Health.
inspection.
I thought you moved it.
Apparently, if we want to be open by Memorial Day, we don't have a choice, which you would know if you kept your phone on.
I left it on the boat. What the hell happened?
You know the grease spots in the kitchen? Turns out it's water damage from the 65-year-old galvanized pipes inside our walls.
Gross.
Yeah, it's a pretty toxic place to raise a kid.
Don't worry, we'll take care of it.
With what, Jack? You gonna sell your boat again, or should I donate the money I saved for college?
Don't forget to let Barry Saunders know that Glenn Gisler is poised to get the redecorating gig and vice versa. If we can pit those two against each other...
It practically guarantees a digest cover. You're so bossum.
Don't say that. And make sure that is chucked before either of them come to view the place. And let me know the instant you get the appraisals on the artwork. The piece with the least amount of value is going up for the Memorial Day auction.
I've saved you the trouble. I'm already having the piece for the auction created and delivered, and I think you will find it remarkably suitable for the occasion.
I'm assuming that you'll want to say a few words at the memorial.
You know, I'd rather not speak ill of the dead in public anyway, so let's just skip the eulogy, shall we? Is Daniel home?
Measuring your study, I believe.
5 o'clock already?
Somewhere, just like you taught me.
Yeah, well, I suppose you do have cause to celebrate, because I'm lifting the contingencies in your trust fund.
Really?
Yeah, with a small caveat, of course, that you invested all in the company along with your share of your mother's inheritance.
Or we could just set it all on fire.
That's not a joke, son. You need to send a message to the community.
What, that we're willing to throw good money after bad?
No, that we're still willing to bet on ourselves. Look, every red cent of this family's net worth was earned by making bold and calculated risks. And as you can see, with very few exceptions, those ventures have paid off in spades.
I think Mom might have a different opinion about that. Because directly or indirectly, what happened to her, that's on both of us.
Well, if that's the case, then rich or poor, we're going to have to live with that for the rest of our lives. I, for one, prefer the former. Daniel, not so long ago, you pledged your... Daniel, not so long ago, you pledged your allegiance to me in front of your mother, your sister, and the entire world. Now's the time for you to make good on that promise.
I need to think about it.
That's good. Yeah, I want you to.
missing are the flesh-eating zombies. Where do we start?
See if you can find her file. Kara Wallace Clark.
Under Wallace Clark? Clark Wallace?
To see me like this. Hi, sweetie. Come here, baby. It's okay. Unlock my arms. I want to hold my daughter. Let me hold my daughter. Come here.
I found the visitor log. Look, your father came to see her the week he was arrested. And before that, a woman named Charlotte Clark.
Now that doesn't make any sense. And Charlotte had Parkinson's. She was an invalid by then.
Then who?
Who else? Victoria.
Great. Seance, anyone? It's Victoria's handwriting, all right. She didn't even try and disguise it. Must have been in a hurry.
Yeah, but the question is, what did she do with my mother? Abduct her? Or worse?
And risk getting her manicured talons dirty? Not her style.
You look a little deeper and you'll find there's much more to the story.
Again with this?
Meaning? David told me that his wife was no longer with him, which is technically true. But she isn't dead. Far from it.
So why would he lead everyone to believe that she was?
He has his reasons. He went to go visit her today to ask for a divorce.
So he can marry you, I suppose. And that's even a bigger fool than I thought.
If that's true, and he tells her about your relationship, that makes her a liability.
Why do you think I'm telling you all this?
You think Victoria could have had your mother declared cray-cray and locked up in the first place?
Only two people can answer that question. I need to get close with the Graysons again.
Oh, good luck with that after you broke poor Spaniel's heart.
He's not the only way in. Stay out of trouble while I'm gone.
You mean I can stay?
Don't get too comfortable.
Captain Jack. Or should I say Jack Daddy?
Not for another 4 weeks. It's good to see you, Nolan.
Okay.
Back for another season?
We'll see what the summer holds, but currently sort of Hampton's homeless.
You? What happened?
I'm selling the house, after everything that happened with Tyler and other stabby, strangly things in the market to upsize.
Well, you're welcome to stay on the boat. Hell, you're welcome to buy it again.
Well, Emily's cool with me staying with her temporarily, so.
She's back?
Oh, yeah. You didn't know?
Been a little preoccupied these past few weeks.
I can vouch for that. Haven't heard from her, have we, Jack? Hey, Nolan.
Mandy.
Tell her to call us. I'm dying to see her.
Oh, I'm sure the feeling is mutual. Well, it's really good to see you. Both.
Can I help you?
Hi, I'm here to see Charlotte Grayson. Emily! Charlotte! Oh my god. You look great. Dr. Thomas, this is Emily Thorne. She's the one who's been sending me those postcards from all around the world.
Oh, they meant a lot to Charlotte, as you can tell.
I'm so sorry about your mother.
I know. It's still unreal. You're coming to the memorial, I hope. Unless it's too awkward with Daniel and Ashley.
Listen, I hate to interrupt, but if we're going to keep to your release schedule, we need to get moving on the exit process, which unfortunately means one last blood draw.
Great.
Well, here.
Will I be seeing you? Please say yes.
You bet.
Come in. Emily.
Amanda.
I knew you wouldn't stay away.
No, how could I? When we have so much to talk about.
I know. Jake to debrief me. Whatever you need, I'm here to help.
I know that you've always been there for me. But I'm on a different path now.
Wow. Back 5 seconds and already you're pushing me away. Except this time I'm not going anywhere. Jack and I are in this together, for real.
He thinks you're me, Amanda. How real can it be?
Plenty, once the baby comes. And don't forget, if he learns the truth about me, everyone learns the truth about you.
Amanda, you hungry? Emily.
Hi, Jack.
Hey.
It's good to see you.
You too. Everything okay? What's wrong?
Amanda, should you tell Jack or should I?
Go for it.
Amanda just asked me to be the baby's godmother.
She's gone.
Her judgment is forever clouded by her heart.
私が引き戻しましょう。
You think you can succeed where I have none?
I won't allow her to make the same mistake I did. I've lived with those consequences for too long.
If you fail, mission is over. For both of you.
Gordon, dashing as always. Vivian, you look spectacular.
Who was that?
Please check the sound system. I won't tolerate feedback.
Ashley, this is quite an affair your minions have put together in honor of my late wife.
I couldn't have done it better myself.
Where's my son?
Oh, he's off brooding somewhere, or drinking, or maybe even both.
Emily Thorne. Will you marry me?
Yes.
The return of the vivacious and elusive Miss Emily Thorne. It's never too late to reconcile, you know.
Never gonna happen, Dad.
Why not? Well, she's a much more suitable match than the delightful, if frothy little confection Ashley Davenport.
Yeah, well, at least Ashley's smart enough not to cheat on me.
Is she now? I take it you've given some consideration to our earlier conversation?
I did. My money stays in trust. The company goes down. Hell, if I'm going down with it.
You disappoint me.
creepy. You think she's somewhere looking up at us?
Emily, what a surprise.
Charlotte invited me. I hope that's all right.
Of course. I've really missed you.
Me too. Things have certainly changed in a year, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Emily, I am...
Hello, Emily. You look well.
You too, Daniel. I'm really sorry about your mother. I hope you got my card.
Ash, did we get a card from Emily?
Yes, it was beautiful.
Hey, kids. I hope Cosmo's okay.
Thank you. Don't worry, Daniel. I promise not to spill it on your jacket this year. Lunch sometime?
Of course.
You're really gonna do this by yourself?
Don't really have a choice.
Is that how you feel about me too?
What? Amanda, don't say stuff like that.
We're both thinking it, aren't we? I mean, that's why you've been spending all those nights on the boat, right?
No, not exactly.
Then what? Jack, once the baby comes, he's gonna need stability. Me too.
You're right. If we're gonna be a family, we should start living like a family. I'm moving back in tonight, okay?
What about Declan?
Yeah, what about me?
How would you feel about moving down to the boat for a while?
Oh, sure. Yeah, whatever.
Deck. Deck. What do you want me to do?
Tell her you're not in love with her. I'm sorry, but living a lie is not going to do any good for anybody, least of all that kid.
I'm just trying to do right by everyone.
Start with yourself.
How you feeling?
Free?
Excuse me. Darling, you look radiant. You're still on track for release this week, I take it?
Just waiting for her blood panel to come back, yeah.
Don't worry, I'm clean.
Listen, I was thinking that we might spend the summer in the city this year away from all those... Listen, I was thinking that we might spend the summer in the city this year away from all those terrible memories at the beach house.
I was thinking the same thing. I want to sell it.
Is that so? Well, I'm afraid you're going to have an uphill battle convincing your brother to put up his half.
He can buy me out. I'd be fine with that, too.
I see.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Memorial Day. It seemed only fitting to use the official start of the season to pay tribute to a woman whose absence is still unimaginable. I'm referring, of course, to the late, great humanitarian and philanthropist, Victoria Grayson.
She's giving the eulogy?
No, tribute, sweetheart, tribute. Eulogies are for funerals.
Victoria's impeccable art collection. And I'm confident that Victoria, whom I worked so closely with for so long, would say that, in a word, she approves.
Whirling like a dervish in her grave.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you an exquisite work by Dominic Wright, the aptly titled Victoria Unfinished.
May I say a few words?
Of course. Sorry, I can't let this day go on without someone pointing out that Victoria Grayson was more than just art auctions and fancy parties. Yes, she was generous, but she was also a woman of many contradictions and deep secrets. As confusing as that could be sometimes, to me, she was simply Mom. And it took losing her for me to realize the truth of just how much she loved me and how much I felt the same. I've made a lot of positive change in my life, and I want my family, Dad, Daniel, I want you to know that I intend to keep it that way in honor of Mom.
Thank you so much, Charlotte.
Hello?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the rest of the afternoon and good night stay.
Very inspirational, sweetheart. And heartfelt. Sweet.
Get refills.
By all means, allow me. Charlotte, I've just received some upsetting news. Your blood work came back. It's positive for hydrocodone.
That's impossible.
It's okay, Charlotte. We can do another blood test. But first, we need to get you back to the center, okay?
No, there's been a mistake. No, stop it. Let go of me. Dad, you did
Calm
this.
yourself.
You blew up that plane and now you're trying to keep me locked up.
Say,
No, no. Emily.
Catskills.
Hey, look, hey, take it easy, buddy. That's
What did I miss?
What in the hell are you doing here?
Charlotte sent me.
Come in, quickly. My daughter.
She's back in rehab. She told me where to find you.
Does anyone know that you're here?
No.
What happened?
They found drugs in her system.
Charlotte swore she wasn't using.
And she might be telling the truth. Charlotte believes there's a conspiracy to keep her locked up.
Who is this?
Conrad must have her counselor on his payroll. That son of a bitch is trying to get control of her inheritance.
Victoria, forgive me if I'm a little confused, but Charlotte's only inheriting because everybody thinks that you're dead.
That's the way it has to stay. Suffice it to say that Conrad brought that plane down. He was trying to kill me and destroy federal evidence. The government is keeping me safe while they build their case against him.
Incredible.
Charlotte's the only one who knew the truth. I insisted on it. Now it appears she's no longer safe either.
I found your burner phone, Charlotte. Is this how you've been contacting your drug dealer?
No, it's not what you think.
You've received a dozen phone calls over the last 8 weeks from a block number. What else should I think?
Do another blood test if you want. I haven't been using, I swear to God. Please, I need that phone back.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
How's my daughter?
Resting.
Good.
I found a burner phone in her room. May not be a secret line to her drug dealer, but we can certainly make it seem that way. In any case, it'll help bolster the results of the false positive on her drug test.
Fine. My attorney will be in touch with you in the morning to take your deposition about her mental state.
And the payment?
After a judge grants me power of attorney over her inheritance. Good night.
Hey, where were you?
Victoria's alive.
Come again?
That's what Charlotte whispered into my ear on the boat before they dragged her off.
Holy moly.
Apparently, the government is keeping Victoria hidden until they can build a case against Conrad, or so she says.
You talked to her?
Then you know where she is?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Play a hunch. I need to get a camera in there. Actually, I was hoping you could use this.
Yeah, clam cam. I like it.
One more thing. How fast can you run a deep background on Charlotte's doctor?
Another hunch. Jack's here. You go. Suddenly I got work to do.
Hey, Jack.
Hi. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting.
No, not at all. Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's just we haven't had a chance to talk since, since the night Sammy died.
It seems like forever ago.
Yeah, for me too. Emily, I want you to know the last time I saw you, I had no idea that Amanda was coming back, let alone that she was pregnant. I would never do something like that to you.
That.
Tell him.
But you can't. We can't.
No. We're gonna name him after our dads. Carl David Porter.
I'm sure they'd both be honored. Jack, I hope you don't think I'm a horrible person for saying this, but Amanda's led a pretty troubled life. I just wouldn't want to see you get hurt again. Are you absolutely sure the baby's yours?
Emily, what are you doing back here? I thought we agreed you'd only return if absolutely necessary.
I did some research on Dr. Thomas. Thought you'd want to see what I found out. Seems as though your suspicions are correct.
They almost always are.
He was sued 6 times for prolonging the stay of his patients in order to increase his billings.
In exchange for a generous donation.
Exactly. He operated under 3 different names in 3 different states, possibly more. I just thought you'd want to know exactly who you're dealing with.
Always.
I'm sure that your government friends will have him arrested, and Charlotte will be free in no time.
Emily. I'm not sure I deserve this kindness from you.
I'm just so happy you're alive. Goodbye, Victoria.
Amanda, we need to talk. There's something nagging me, and I don't think I'll ever feel quite right about us until I know. When you left the first time last summer, where'd you go?
When you got beat up? Just away.
Who'd you stay with?
Oh my God. You don't think this baby is yours?
I need to know for sure.
Then I'll make an appointment. Dr. Thomas called. Charlotte's settling back into Cliffside.
At least someone's taking care of her. I've been a terrible brother. I can't blame her for not trusting me.
Charlotte's sick, Daniel. She doesn't know what she's saying. The things she accused your father of are preposterous.
Yeah.
A long day. Come to bed.
Here you go. I'm gonna stay here a while.
Once you're gone,
Some say that to believe in destiny is to dismiss the role of free will. That self-determination cannot prevail in the presence of fate.
You better be house hunting.
Among other things.
Anything?
Not yet.
Where have you been? I've left 5 messages for you.
Hold that thought.
I don't work for you, Victoria.
My God, they're in this together.
This is meant to be a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Well, that arrangement might be in jeopardy. Charlotte told Emily Thorne a version of the truth. She could be our downfall.
I take it you don't trust her.
No, I never have.
And the truth is, the only part of destiny we can control is the fate we choose for another.
What would you like me to do about her?
What you've done so many times before. Eliminate the liability.
As you wish.
What they did to my father, they did to my mother, too.
And now they're coming for you.
Good. Let them.